There are people in this country making $100,000 a year. Good jobs, steady paychecks, nice neighborhoods, and they are broke. Not spending too much on coffee broke, actually broke. One unexpected bill away from panic. One missed paycheck away from not making rent. And here is the part that nobody talks about. The more they earn, the worse it gets. I know that sounds backwards, but by the end of this video, you are going to see exactly why it is true. And more importantly, you are going to see that you did not fall into this trap by accident. You were guided into it, step by step, from the time you were old enough to understand money. My name is Finn. 3 years ago, I was making $65,000 a year and had less than $800 saved. I was doing everything right, everything the plan said, and I was going nowhere.
This video is what I wish someone had shown me then. Let me show you something that should not be possible. The median American household income right now is around $78,000 a year, highest it has ever been. People are genuinely earning more. And yet,
57% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency. 1 in 3 Americans have zero retirement savings. Average household, $22,000 plus in non-mortgage debt. More money coming in, less money staying. How? Because there is a gap between what people earn and what the system lets them keep. And that gap has a design. It is not random. It is not bad luck. It is a set of financial decisions that the middle class has been trained, generation after generation, to believe are smart. They are not smart. Let me show you exactly what they are. There are 3 things the middle class buys that they are told will build their wealth. Every single one does the opposite. The first trap, the house. Before you close this video, I am not saying do not buy a house. I am saying understand what you are actually signing. The median U.S. home price right now is around $420,000. A standard 30-year mortgage at 7%. By the time you make your last payment, you have paid back around $850,000. Home price, $420,000. Total paid 30-year, $850,000. Interest alone, $430,000. Gone to the bank, never coming back. Plus, property taxes, maintenance, repairs on top of that. The house that is supposed to build middle-class wealth is quietly the most expensive thing they will ever sign, dressed up as the safest thing they will ever do. The second trap, 2 car payments. Not 1, 2. The average middle-class household has 2 car payments. Average per payment, $772 per month. 2 payments combined, $1,544 per month. Per year, $18,528 on things losing value every single day. And then the loans end, and they do it again. The third trap, the degree. Average student loan balance, $37,000. Graduate degrees, 6 figures. Sold as the surest investment you could make. Pay now, earn more later. For most people who borrowed for degrees leading to salaries of $45,000 to $60,000, the math never worked. They will pay more in interest than they ever earned extra. A house they will pay double for over 30 years. 2 cars bleeding $1,500 a month. Loans attached to a degree that never paid off. And they did everything the script said to do. That is not bad luck. That is the trap working exactly as designed. Now here is the part that actually gets me. Because the middle class does not give up. They work harder, they get promoted, they earn more. And every single raise, instead of building wealth, gets absorbed. Almost immediately. Your brain does this automatically. It is called hedonic adaptation. When your income goes up, your sense of what is normal goes up with it. The apartment that was fine at $45,000 feels small at $65,000. The car that felt fine at $65,000 feels embarrassing at $85,000. A 2023 Empower study found Americans earning between $100,000 and $150,000 a year still describe themselves as living paycheck to paycheck. $150,000.
paycheck to paycheck because the lifestyle absorbed every dollar before it could become anything. Middle class pattern: high visible spending plus almost nothing compounding. Wealthy pattern: modest visible spending plus massive invisible accumulation. The gap between what you show and what you own, that is the entire difference. I want to be specific about something. When the middle class loses money, it does not disappear. It transfers to banks in mortgage interest every month for 30 years, to lenders in car loan interest every 5 years, restarted,
to the tax system because they are not investing enough to reduce their taxable income the way higher earners do, to subscriptions and memberships they forgot they had, pulling $40, $50, $80 a month each. And here is the data that should make everyone stop. A Federal Reserve study found that Americans earning between $50,000 and $100,000 a year have lower net worth growth rates than Americans earning under $50,000 with no debt. Earning $50K to $100K with debt, lower net worth growth rate. Earning under $50K, zero debt, higher net worth growth rate. Less income, more wealth.
Because the people earning less could not get the mortgage, the car loan, the student loans. So they did not. And quietly, their net worth outpaced the people making twice their salary. The debt was not the cost of access. The debt was the trap. Here is what separates the people who escape this from those who do not. And I want to be direct because this is genuinely simple. Middle class: earn, pay expenses, save what's left. Nothing left. Wealthy: earn, move money to assets first, live on what remains. That is the whole strategy, the order of operations.
Not complex investments, not insider knowledge, not a higher income. Move money before you spend it. That is it. The assets they move money into are not complicated either. Index funds tracking the S&P 500. Real estate that generates cash flow. Business equity. Things that grow or produce income without requiring more of their time. They are not building a nicer version of the middle class life. They are building a different structure underneath. One where the assets eventually start paying for the life, instead of the income constantly trying to keep up with the expenses. That is the switch. And the middle class never makes it. Not because they cannot, but because nobody in the script ever told them the switch existed.
I am not going to tell you to sell your house or do something dramatic. Dramatic changes do not stick. Here is what actually works. The day your paycheck hits, before rent, before your car payment, before anything, one fixed amount moves automatically into an index fund.
Even if it is $50, even if it is $100, the amount does not matter right now. The behavior matters. The system works by making spending automatic and saving a choice. Flip that. Make investing automatic. Let spending be whatever is left. After 6 months, increase the amount by $50. Do not think about it. Just increase it. That one mechanical change, done consistently, is how people escape a trap that was built to hold them for 40 years. Because here is the truth about all of this. The house, the car, the degree, the lifestyle that expands with every raise, none of it was an accident. It was a system. Built around people who work hard and follow instructions. The middle class was not failed by the plan. The middle class followed the plan perfectly. The plan was just never designed to make them wealthy. It was designed to make them the perfect customer. You are questioning it now. That is where it starts. Subscribe if this is what you have been looking for. One video every week. No noise. I will see you in the next one.